So now I've spent a bit of time weathering some of the wagons. The one you can see centre right here, I've just painted grey, and I've painted roughly the little black panels that had the numbers on them. And I haven't picked out the lettering yet in a sort of, I'll dry brush that in white paint in a little while. The one on the left, I've done a good bit of heavy weathering too. Although if you actually see photographs of these wagons in service, you'll see that they are a lot more dirty than this often. So what I did first was, after the all over paint of grey and the black panels and white dry brushing of the numbers, I then gave the whole thing a wash of very, very dilute black paint to give it a darker, sort of dustier coal effect. And then I started using a few very, very light washes of various brown colours. I don't particularly like rust coloured paint, because although rust coloured paint probably has powdered iron oxide in it, so it should be a perfect colour, it looks a bit too red or pink almost. Whereas in reality, from a distance anyway, rusty colours tend to look a bit more darker brown. So I've gone for a slightly darker brown effect there. And yeah, I hope you like it. I'm pretty pleased with it. And now I'll show you the whole rake in operation. So I've got the whole rake of wagons now being hauled by a Hornby J15. And I said in a previous video that the J15 is quite a small model because it's a very old locomotive from the Victorian era. And I think they look rather good behind a small loco like that. Here they are. Now here's one of the wagons, painted in grey and with the black plates roughly painted in, and with the lettering yet to do. And here's another one that I've weathered. Firstly, as I described in the video, with the black all over wash, and then with a few other colours, make it nice and grimy. You may say it's not particularly well weathered. That was my first ever attempt. I'm pleased with it, and you may say the wagons aren't particularly realistic because they're not to scale and so on, but let's just get things in perspective here. They cost about £1 each. Here is a wagon, Bachmann, very latest, metal wheels, you know, everything about it is highly scaled, you know, nice detail, but it's a bright red. How realistic is that? You know, to be honest, I don't know if these Sheepbridge wagons were ever really that bright red. Maybe the moment they left the paint shop. But a lot of modern ready-to-run wagons are in very bright, these private owner wagons anyway, are in very bright liveries. And they were never, I can't believe they were ever that bright. So my £1 each rake of 12 wagons, I'm pleased with them. And I recommend, you know, if you do come across a very cheap wagon you quite like the look of, have a go at trying to weather it. Okay, some people might not think what I've done is particularly professional, but it'll do me.